What if everything you thought you knew about American muscle was about to be completely rewritten? Because no one saw this coming. And yet here it is, the all-new 2026-27 Plymouth Duster. And it's not just back. It's evolved into something that feels almost unreal. This isn't just a comeback story. This is a warning shot to the entire muscle car world, and if you think this is just nostalgia with a modern paint job, stay with me, because what this car hides under that aggressive, almost hypnotic design might completely change how you see performance cars forever. Welcome back to Premium Automotive Reviews, where we don't just look at cars, we uncover what they really mean. And today, this machine right here might be one of the most unexpected revolutions we've seen in years, because the Duster was never supposed to return like this. You look at it, and instantly there's something familiar, but also something deeply unsettling, in a good way. That classic long hood, short deck muscle stance is still there, but now it's sharper, lower, more aggressive, almost like it's been redesigned with one purpose: to dominate attention before it even moves those quad circular LED headlights. They don't just reference the past, they reinterpret it. The lighting signature feels alive, almost like it's staring right through you. And that grille, clean, wide, unapologetically bold, it doesn't scream for attention, it commands it. But here's the detail most people miss at first glance. Proportions: this thing sits wider than you expect, lower than it should, and those sculpted lines along the body, they're not just for looks. They're guiding airflow in a way that feels more supercar than classic muscle. And then you notice the wheels. Massive, turbine-style alloys that don't just fill the arches. They define the entire stance, the way they reflect light, the way they rotate with that almost hypnotic motion. It gives the car a sense of movement even when it's standing still. But here's where things get interesting. Because everything you've seen so far, that's just the surface step inside. And suddenly, the Duster stops feeling like a throwback and starts feeling like a glimpse into the future. The interior is where this car quietly flips the entire script. You're surrounded by deep, rich materials, leather that feels handcrafted, contrast stitching that isn't just decorative but intentional, and ambient lighting that shifts subtly, almost reacting to the mood of the drive. But then your eyes land on the center display. And this is where things take a serious turn, because this isn't just an infotainment system. It's an intelligent interface. Built with adaptive AI, it learns how you drive, what you prefer, even how you react in different situations. It adjusts throttle response, steering feel, and even sound profiles based on your driving style. Sound profiles, because the Duster doesn't just rely on raw engine noise anymore. It enhances it, shapes it, turns it into an experience. Whether you want that deep, aggressive growl, or something more refined and controlled. This car adapts, and just when you think you've figured it out, there's more. The driver display isn't static. It evolves. Performance data, navigation, real-time feedback, all seamlessly integrated into a layout that feels less like a screen and more like an extension of the car itself. But let's talk about what really matters. Because a car like this doesn't exist just to look good, it exists to perform. And this is where the 2026-27 Plymouth Duster becomes something truly insane under the hood. This next-generation machine is expected to carry a twin-turbocharged V8, possibly paired with hybrid assist technology. Not for efficiency, but for something much more important: instant torque. We're talking about power delivery that doesn't wait. It responds the moment you touch the throttle. The car reacts like it's already a step ahead of you in the numbers. They are still under wraps, but early expectations suggest something pushing well beyond 700 horsepower. That sink in: this isn't just a muscle car anymore. This is a performance weapon. But raw power is only part of the story, because the real magic lies in how that power is controlled. Advanced suspension systems, adaptive damping, and next-gen traction management mean this car doesn't just go fast. It stays composed while doing it. Tight corners, high-speed runs, unpredictable roads. This thing feels planted, confident, almost calculated in the way it moves, and that raises a question. Who is this car really for? Because it's not just for traditional muscle car fans anymore. This Duster is for someone who wants heritage, but refuses to compromise on modern performance. Someone who appreciates classic design, but demands cutting-edge technology. Someone who doesn't just want speed, but wants control, precision, and presence, and that's where it separates itself from everything else on the road. Because most cars in this segment still choose a side, either raw old-school aggression or clean futuristic performance at Duster. It refuses to choose. It blends both, and that balance is what makes it dangerous. But there's another layer to this car that most people won't talk about, and it's probably the most important one. Safety. Now, I know when you think muscle car, safety isn't the first thing that comes to mind. But this is where the new generation changes everything. Advanced driver assistance systems are seamlessly built in. Not intrusive, not overwhelming, just there when you need them. Lane tracking, predictive braking, adaptive cruise control, even AI-assisted hazard detection that reacts faster than human reflexes. And the best part, it doesn't take away from the driving experience, it enhances it. Quietly, intelligently, and that brings us to something else you're probably wondering. What's it actually like to live with? Because yes, this is a high-performance machine, but it's also surprisingly usable. With cabin space feels more refined, more comfortable for longer drives. The seating position is lower, more connected to the road, but still supportive enough for everyday driving. Storage, better than you'd expect. Visibility, improved without losing that aggressive silhouette. This isn't a weekend-only car anymore. This is something you could actually drive every day. And now comes the part everyone's been waiting for. When is it coming? And how much will it cost? While official numbers are still being finalized, early projections suggest the 2026-27 Plymouth Duster could start somewhere around the mid to high $70 range, depending on configuration and considering what it offers. That's not just competitive, that's disruptive. As for the release timeline, late 2026 into early 2027 seems likely, with limited early units possibly hitting select markets even sooner. Which means one thing: if you're thinking about it, you might want to pay attention now, because once this hits the streets, demand is going to explode. And here's the part that really stays with you. This car doesn't feel like a simple revival. It feels like a statement, a message that the muscle car era isn't ending, evolving into something faster, smarter, and far more capable than anyone expected. The 2026-27 Plymouth Duster isn't just competing with modern performance cars. That's challenging them, redefining what they should be, and maybe, just maybe, reminding the world why American muscle mattered in the first place. Because this time, that's not just about power, it's about what that power has become. So now I want to hear from you. Is this the comeback we've all been waiting for? Or is it something even bigger? And if you want to see more deep dives like this, cars that don't just exist, but actually change the game, make sure you're subscribed to Premium Automotive Reviews, because what's coming next, you won't want to miss.